Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Barrett with Espresso Outlet. I've had this Turin SK40 for a matter of not even 24 hours. So if you've watched my channel, I haven't done this in a long time. It is time to take this grinder apart. I've been using it all morning. I've probably pulled about 10 shots. I dialed it in. I got it dialed pretty close within 2 shots. That is the nice thing about a conical grinder. It takes, I think, less skill to dial in. You can usually dial it in quite a bit quicker. And I mean, I was pretty much good to go after 2 shots. My 3rd shot, I got it a little bit closer. I was on about setting 5, like 5.1 maybe. And it's just solid. This thing has quite a bit of weight, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing what motor's in it. I mean, this is a small grinder. So let's just get going. To start with, we have this oak wood lid. This kind of like machined oak. We have our dosing cup. Let's put that off to the side. We have our silicone bellows. It's pretty much identical to the SD40. Next, we have our hopper. And on this model, it looks plastic, but it's actually aluminum. So it's extremely nice. I remember when I got my SD40, I thought maybe it'd be plastic, but it's aluminum. So pretty sweet. Let's put this set screw in. Now let's just put it to the side. Let's get going on. So let's just start up here. Let's start on the worm gear. And I have another grinder that's fairly similar to this in the past. And you could sit here all day and spin this thing to get it undone. Easiest way to do is just undo this Phillips head screw off to the side. And this worm gear will actually come out. So let's put that off to the side, and we just kind of unscrew the worm gear. There you go. So really what that allows us to do is that allows us to undo this collar without having to spin that worm gear for absolutely ever. Let's see, which way does it go? It's reverse threaded. It has fine thread, so it's going to take you a while. There's grease on this. When you reassemble it, if you get coffee grounds on the grease, you're going to want to add a little bit of food safe grease. It's really important to keep these greased. So there is kind of a first look at the burr. I'll make sure it's focusing. It's kind of hard to see. I can't really zoom in with this lens, but really nice burr. 40 millimeter burr. And the big difference on this guy is it has this 8-point bean breaker, and the overall geometry has been improved on this grinder. So that's pretty cool. Next, looks like I need to remove this to get to the screws. Because really what I want to see is this motor. And I think I've not pulled this apart. So there is the wire going from this to the motor. So I'm assuming I probably need to open up the electronics and unhook the motor. Hopefully it's not like a crimp style connector, and we can just unhook it, I hope. So let's undo these 4 screws. I actually like this, that they don't have the screws underneath the feet. I hate it when they put the screws under the feet. Is it loose? So far in this grinder, everything is pretty much metal. This bottom plate is plastic, but the entire body itself and these upright arms are extruded aluminum. I probably should have taken off the chute. Maybe we'll do that next. I want to unplug this motor, because we're going to pull that motor out. We're going to check it out. I'm really intrigued. We'll say that. Okay, so here is our electronics. It's a bit awkward to get in just with the wires. Here is our motor leads. It looks like there's an overload right here. You have your ground, you have your power button. This power button's been really nice. And just a little solenoid board. So, let's see. Let's undo these two for the motor. Because we're gonna need to pull those wires out here in a minute. Let's go ahead and flip this back upright though. I kind of went in the wrong order. I probably should have taken the chute off. Okay, to take the chute off, it should be pretty similar to the SD40 that I have had for a while. It just has these 4 hex screws in the front. And I usually note this at the beginning of the video. Make sure, you shouldn't even be taking it apart, but if you need to get in it, make sure to unplug it. This has been unplugged. The cord's hanging in the front. But you don't really need to get in these grinders. Maybe the top just to give it a cleaning fairly regularly, but not that often. It's not like a daily thing usually. Okay, so on the inside here we have a nice little silicone declumper that just pulls out. I like how the fingers are spaced further apart. I don't like them when they're all stacked on top of each other usually. It has always worked well in my SD40 for this design. I like it because it doesn't hold the grounds back. You can kind of see up into the grind chamber. It has your wipers that as the motor spins around, it will push the grounds out. The chute itself is a cast piece of aluminum, has a nice big opening, nothing in the way, big round opening, so no plastic to create additional static or anything like that. Really we're getting to the point that I was eager to get to, and that is pulling this motor out. So it looks like there is 4 screws on the top. And this whole body is actually a piece of extruded aluminum. So it has kind of like a top and a bottom cap that gets screwed to this extruded piece of aluminum. Hopefully this motor is pretty easy to pull out, but we'll find out. I don't know. Okay, so with that all loose, let's see what happens. I really don't know. I don't want to damage my motor leads. Oh, that was pretty easy. Putting it back together might not be so easy. All right. I'm actually really impressed with the motor. Like, look at this thing. This thing is ridiculous. Like, not even over exaggerating. I've taken other grinders apart. I don't even have words to say right now. It has so much heft to it. It's all metal. It has this metal planetary gearbox. I don't know what the gears are inside. I'm not taking that apart. Those are a mess. I don't have words to even really tell you. I guess just comparing, just to give you an idea of what I'm comparing this against, it's a Baratza Preciso. I mean, it's an okay grinder, don't get me wrong. It's pretty dated. They don't even sell it anymore. And the plastic gearbox and little cheesy motor inside of it is not even close to this. And I paid almost $400 for that new. This is like 200 bucks. Similarly, another really popular video that I made was the Niche Zero. I pulled the Niche Zero part, and it has basically a $10 motor in that $800 grinder. This thing is like one serious motor. I mean, what are we buying when we buy a grinder? We're buying burrs, the adjustability, and the motor. I mean, those are the most important aspects of buying a grinder. And I feel like a lot of companies, they just fall short in some of those areas. And I would say I'm really astounded today. I go back to the price. I mean, I'm just looking at value here at this point. Less what did it cost me, and more what is the value that you're getting. Man, I can't think of anything that is even close to this without spending probably $500 to $800. I think, yeah, I don't know. You can do espresso. I did espresso in the morning. It is amazing. A lot of people, they like the really dark espresso beans. And if you're like that conical niche fan, this thing, it's a third the price. And it's built better materials. I just really don't have anything else to say. So thanks for watching. I'm going to put this back together. I'll take some pictures of it disassembled before I reassemble it, but I wanted to take this apart. It's been a while since I've taken something apart. Some of these bigger motors, you really can't take them apart very well. Just the way that they're constructed, they're not meant to come apart. I was hoping that this one would come apart, and it did, so I'm really excited. These are always really fun videos for me to see what's under the hood. What are you buying? This is exceptional value. Exceptional value. It's not even like it's exceptional value. I mean, it's exceptional quality. I am just floored. I mean, here's all these parts. I mean, it's extruded aluminum, massive motor, high build quality. I just don't know what else I'd even tell you to go buy. You can't buy anything like this for at least double the cost. So sorry I keep going on about this, but I'm really excited. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about this below. Let me know if you pre-order one of these. We should be getting them in stock here pretty soon. So, man, this is so cool. Thanks.